A lot of my fondest memories from wee childhood was watching cartoons. These were some of the most entertaining and funniest cartoons for kids, and at a time when Cartoon Network was actually showing good programming. So many great cartoons, and each has a legacy behind it. Even reruns of the more mediocre episodes far surpass most of the shit nowadays. So many amazing characters and memories. Whether you are a kid or an adult, cartoons can make anyone smile.
Last time we looked at Toon Disney, a channel that I only vaguely remember watching some of their stuff. Now we're going to be looking at something that I definitely remember from my childhood. Cartoon Fridays. Unlike last time where we looked at specific shows, this time we're going to be looking at the general history of the block. Well, let's dive in. This is Cartoon Fridays. The year is 1995. Cartoon Network, years after just rerunning classic cartoons from Hanna-Barbera and Warner Brothers, finally created What a Cartoon, a block which aired original cartoon shorts. A lot of these shorts would eventually evolve into their own shows, like Powerpuff Girls and Courage the Cowardly Dog, just to name a few. It was at this point Cartoon was created, as a way to spotlight all of these new shows. As they slowly started getting away from the older cartoons and started rerunning episodes of these newer shows more commonly, Cartoon eventually morphed into Cartoon Fridays, where every Friday they would premiere new episodes of these shows.
Is that it?
No, that is not it.
As we were now entering the new millennia with the 2000s, Cartoon Network wanted to rebrand their ad campaign. So this led to the CG City promos. These bumpers felt like they were made in the same vein of the original bumpers with all the characters interacting with one another. But this time around they took it a step further. Not only did the characters know each other, but they all lived in one big city. That is pretty sweet. So naturally, as their ad campaign was evolving, Cartoon Network decided that Cartoon Fridays needed to evolve as well. And so they killed off Cartoon Fridays in 2003. So in 2004, we were given a temporary block called Fridays. Every Friday evening, they would showcase new episodes like they used to. The big difference here was that it was hosted by human actors. In this case, Tommy and Zynga. The format was eventually tweaked in 2005 as Zynga was replaced by a new female host, Tara. Aside from that and a couple alterations to the set, it was basically the same format. In between commercial breaks, the host would come out and let you know to stay tuned for the next episode, or they would say a one-liner, or that kind of thing.
That was New Foster's.
And hey, don't forget you can see Foster's every Monday through Thursday night at 7.
It's a whole line of fine Foster's episodes right here on Cartoon Network.
Oh, what's next?
Is there a Puffy Amayumi place?
Pretty sure. You guys stay tuned because there is a new episode of Hi Hi Puffy Amayumi coming up next.
I fondly remember this incarnation of Fridays. The hosts were fun, the themed events that they had were pretty cool, like when they did Halloween or Christmas or whatever, and even the skits that they did weren't too bad, like Long Haul the Puppet Trucker or Whiskers, the kitten that can name fruit.
Time now for Whiskers, the kitten who can name fruit.
After 3 years, Friday tragically ended. But hey, at least it got a DVD release. For those of you who remember when I talked about this thing for Eternal Summer. To temporarily replace Fridays, we got Friday Night Premiere Thunder, which only lasted 5 months. And now we enter 2007, which was Cartoon Network's darkest hour. To try and promote the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie that was coming out at the time, they hung up a bunch of light brights of the Mooninites giving the middle finger all over Boston. People didn't take too kindly to this, and eventually the Cartoon Network president, Jim Samples, was so stressed out by this whole endeavor, he resigned. So then Stuart Snyder took over as the president of Cartoon Network, and what we got then was... oh god, it was horrible. They got rid of Toonami, they started airing a bunch of live-action shows, and the cartoons that they did air weren't very good. I will still defend Chowder, though. Chowder was a surprisingly good show. And even though I didn't hate the live-action shows as much as everyone else does, I do see what the fuss was about. These kind of shows did not belong on Cartoon Network.
Hey, I'm Blake. It's not so easy being a 10-year-old with your own show. You have to make decisions. Big decisions. You're going, Mandy! From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you're always on the go. 15. Of course, it all serves to entertain you, the viewer. Raisins. Welcome to Fried Dynamite.
The advertising campaign for this block was just horrible. It was a bunch of flashing colors, dancing around, dumb random crap, and kids mugging for the camera. It's like a group of executives were talking about how they know kids have short attention spans, so really why should they put any effort into it? And around this whole cringe fest off, they aired one of the most hated Cartoon Network anythings on this block. That being Reanimated.
All Jimmy Roberts ever wanted was to be popular.
That's cool.
But now,
This boy needs an emergency brain transplant.
everybody wants him for his brain.
I heard you got moved to Applebee's brain. Yeah, that's awesome.
Except it has a mind of its own.
Hiya, Jimmy!
It's the oddest, weirdest, freakiest original movie ever to hit the small screen.
Yeah, Reanimated was premiered on this block. And before you ask, yes, Reanimated sucked. And so did the TV show Out of Jimmy's Head. That sucked too. The following year, Fried Dynamite ended, for good reason, and was soon followed up by Har Har Thursdays. This block was slightly better. Sure, it was a little forgettable and not as memorable as, say, the original Cartoon Fridays, but I'll take forgettable over annoying any day. And then after its 3-year lifespan, Har Har Thursdays bit the dust in 2010. So, in conclusion, which was my favorite and least favorite incarnation of Cartoon Fridays? I would have to say the one that I liked the most was Fridays. I remember every Friday when it was on, I would always look forward to what special events and premieres were going to be on that night. Although a very close second would have to be the original Cartoon Fridays, seeing how that set in stone the format for all these great shows that we show nostalgia for. And if you somehow couldn't tell, easily the worst incarnation was Fried Dynamite. That was just all sorts of terrible. So, let's conclude this epic trilogy of reviews by finishing off, next time, with Nicktoons. Until then, I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough.